Okay, so good morning anyway to everybody, and we are going to start our session today. We have talked a little bit but about our lives. Now we are going to start working with our unit. So we have a homework for today first, and then we start our unit, okay? So we have a homework that I ask you to, Edison Matus is there, to present. I ask you to write, but the idea is to share what you wrote now with us about the exercise number 5 on page 39. Do you remember that? ¿Se acuerdan? Do you remember? To write and then you present it. Javiera, you were yesterday, and Karen too, and Edison, I don't remember. Yeah. Speaking, this is called speaking, and this is section 5. The idea is that now you, with your own words, now you explain me these 2 questions in English, so as a way of practicing your English, right? So let's start with this, and then we start with the unit number 5, okay? Yeah, Javi, can you start, please, Javiera?
Yes.
Okay, do it.
Just answering?
Yes, the idea was to answer, but you try to tell me the answer as if you were giving a speech, okay?
Okay.
As a presentation. Okay, Javiera, I am all ears.
What I think about the advantages of keeping the population records, it could be those, ¿cómo se dice datos?
Datum, data, plural, or records, registros.
Those
Data?
records can be useful for politicians to have information about the population. For example, for having a general view of how many people are in a city or in a state.
Yeah, to know how many people, yeah, it becomes indirect, indirect. So to know how many people there are in a city, okay? Because
yes, there are, sorry.
Yeah. Don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, good.
And that's it.
Yeah, okay, Javiera, and I want to ask you something. This is okay, but I want to ask you something. Do you think that these advantages of keeping these population records, that you say that it's important for politicians, but is it important only for the politicians? Don't you think?
No, not only for the politicians.
Yeah, okay. This is also important for the government, because the government have to dictate or give the policies, right? I mean, to the country. Okay, thank you, Javier. And what about the number 2? What about number 2? Do you think that too much information about us is recorded? Why not? And how will this change in future?
Me?
Yes.
Javier? Yeah. Yeah, I think if we talk about internet, we have more information than the one that we need, actually. And
do you think that too much info about us, I mean the citizens, is recorded or not? Do you think that too much information about us is recorded in this kind of, for example, let's say census or etc.?
I think it's okay.
It's okay.
It's necessary.
Yeah, it's necessary. Okay. And do you think, how will this, your opinion, how will this change in future? Can you picture this in 10 years, in 20 years? How this will change in future?
Maybe we'll have some more exact, more specific things about population.
Yeah, okay. Maybe in the future we will have more, let's say, precise, information about, us, about the population. Yes, I agree with you, because of the technology.
Yes.
Yeah, because technology is always, changing. We're always having, you see, better things, about technology. Right. Good. Thank you very much. What about
Thank
Karen?
you.
What about your answers, Karen, for these two questions?
For the first one,
Yeah.
I think the advantages of keeping these records are a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
It could, like, know how much people are in some specific place, like the concentration of the people in some place, like in the north, the south, or the center of the country.
Yeah.
Also, to know more about the economical situation of people, how much poor people are, how much rich people are. You know,
Not
we know
how
that
much, Karen, is how many people, how
how
many
many.
people is countable. How many people are, yeah.
Okay. How many people are in which situation or in a specific situation, and the gender of the people, how many women or men are in the country or in the region.
Yeah, region.
Also, in our case, the race of the
Mhm.
people, if there's Mapuche people or the Ita people or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, good. The only thing is, Karen, I'm going to tell you in terms of grammar that you have to improve is when you say, for example, the advantages are of keeping population records are that to know, you say, is instead of to know, we have to use know as subject. This is the subject, so you have to use with ing. Remember ing as a subject? So is knowing, for example, not
Okay.
knowing, the number of, citizens we have in the country. And also the other thing is how many people, for example, because it becomes indirect, está haciendo de forma indirecta, to know or knowing, says knowing again. Knowing, for example, how many people there are in our region or in the central part or in the northern part of the country, also in the central part of the country, right? So,
Okay.
so knowing how many people there are se convierte en indirecto, okay? But it's very good. Now, what about the second one? What is the second question, Karen, that says, do you think that too much information about us is recorded? Do you think that?
I think there is a lot of information, but I think it's not enough because I had a lot of problem recently because of that. I think they are nesting the information. They have to and
Organize.
organize and improve the records of the information.
Yeah. Okay. So you think that the information is not too much. So this is maybe we need more information, right? And
Yes.
so they will have to organize to see maybe the information they have now in order to find out what kind of information is pending or is not recorded, right? Good.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. Thank you very much. What about Mr. Matus? Is he still with us, Mr. Matus? Mr. Matus? Matus, is he here?
It's gone.
Maybe he didn't do the homework, that's why. Gabriela, can you participate in this activity? The idea was to express with your own words the task as if you were giving a speech, the same.
In what
Dalinda and
page
Karen.
are we?
We are on page 39. This was the homework
Okay.
for today. Exercise 5, question 1 and 2. So,
Okay.
right? What do you think are the advantages of keeping population records? That's the first one.
That it helps us to see like how population has grown or like
Has
grown or disminuir. I don't know how to say that
diminished,
word.
diminished,
Diminish, and
diminished.
also for see how I don't know population like has changed for the past few years.
Yeah, how the population has changed in the past years, okay? How the
Yeah.
population has changed in the past years, all right? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And what about the second one that says, do you think that too much information about us is recorded?
I think that it depends because I feel like sometimes like the government and that kind of people doesn't have like enough information on the or the right information.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have the right information. Right, good. And how do you think, oh, how will this change in future? How will this, I mean, this process of, recording information about people, how will this change in the future?
I don't really know. I hope that it gets better, but I feel like with technology and stuff, that's going to be like the things about us are going to be all in their internet.
Yeah, yeah, maybe on internet, yes. Like for example, thanks to the new technology, maybe we are not going to need people, for example, people be trained in order to go from house to house, see, filling in the forms, with the information that, the population, provides, right? So because this is very expensive. So a way of reducing, the expenses maybe is doing this, as you say, on internet, right? Like maybe everything, thanks to the technology, we can answer this kind of information on internet. So this is easier, it's less expensive, faster maybe, right? So maybe this is in the future, we will have something different in terms of how to get, the information. Yes, I think so. Okay, babies. Next, what do you have next? Next, we have the progress test that this is going to be in charge of the other professor. So I am not going to check it. The other professors are going to do it. In this case, Danilo, right, is going to be in charge of progress test. Okay. Now, in my case, I'm going to be responsible for Unit 5, page 42 and page 43. 42, 43. So I'm going to share the screen with you. Give me a second or a minute to share, please, because we need to work with this. Wait a minute. Where is it? Start here. This is the one. Okay. Unit 5. This is the one. Okay. So as you see, can you see the picture here? Unit 5, ¿pueden verlo? Can you see it? Gabriela, Karen? Yeah, good. Excellent. So we are going to focus our attention, you see, on this photo, right? So here, this one, you see? So we have a picture here or a photo. And I would like to tell me first, you see what you see here? What do you imagine they are doing? What can you describe the people here? What are the characteristics of these people, etc. Okay. First, this is a warm-up. In English, when you're going to be teachers in the future, teachers, when you start a new unit, you always have a warm-up. It's like what the sporty people do, right? Warm up. So you have to try to, to situate, you see, what you're going to do in the unit, right? This is the idea of warm-up before starting the unit. So our warm-up is going to be like this. So we're going to look at this picture and try to describe whatever we see here, what we imagine they are doing. We describe the people. What about the ages of these people, the sex of these people? Gender, masculine, feminine, etc. And the clothes they're wearing, etc. Okay? Yeah, let's just start talking about this. What do you know about this? Can you imagine what these women are doing here? What are they doing here?
Modeling.
Yeah, they are modeling. Okay, I agree. Modeling, good. They are modeling with double L, modeling. All right. Okay. What else can you say about this? I agree with you that they are modeling. What else can you say? Only modeling? What about this? What is, you know, I mean, or how can you call the job of these people? What are they? What are they?
Models.
Yeah, they are models. Models. And we have different kinds of models. What kind of models are they?
Clothes models.
Sorry, again?
Clothes models.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We can call them, do you know the name of these people? The specific names in English is called catwalk models. They are catwalk models. You see the word here, catwalk? I am showing you with this hand. Catwalk, catwalk. They are called like this, catwalk models. Okay? Catwalk models. So what is a catwalk? Do you know what a catwalk is, or an idea of what a catwalk is?
I think it is walking. I mean, the action is walking on a passerelle, una pasarela.
Yeah, but yeah, catwalk is a flat, you know, like this flat platform, right? It's a flat platform, usually narrow. It's not very wide, it's narrow, and which, you know, models, you see, walk in a fashion show. That's a you know, a catwalk, and that's why they are called catwalk models, right? Because when you are a catwalk model, right, you need a lot of training, right? Because you have to be in very good shape. Okay, so what can you say about these models? What do they I mean, they need to be, as I told you, in very good shape, right? It means that they cannot gain weight because they are catwalk models, right? Okay, what else do they need, as you see in the pictures? What about you? What do you see in the pictures about these models, these catwalk models?
They have a lot of makeup.
Yeah, okay. What else?
Their
What about,
facial expressions are really like concentrate and serious.
yeah, okay. What about their physical appearance? Look at them. Look at them. Almost the same size. Look at them. Very similar. What about their physical appearances? Are they overweight?
They are all thin.
Yeah, okay. They are all thin. Sometimes they are very thin. Sometimes they look skinny. Sometimes, especially in this part of the body, right? You know, about where the shoulders are, and also about, you know, their arms, right? Sometimes they look skinny, very, very thin, very thin. All right. And also, what about the, how tall are they?
They are so tall. They have a medium size.
Yeah. Okay.
Eight.
So how
I don't know.
how tall are they in general? The average height. How tall are they?
1.8 m, maybe.
1 meter
I don't
and
know.
1 meter
Eight?
and
80?
80? Yeah. Okay.
80, I
Yeah,
think.
1 meter. Yeah, exactly. 1 meter and 80, or sometimes 1 meter 70, 75 on. 1 meter 75 on, or 1 meter and 80. Yeah, they are very, very tall, right? And as you see, very, very thin, right? And well, because they are in a show, you see, this is called what we call here. This is maybe this is probably a designer fashion show. That's what we call designer fashion show. There is a designer behind, right? So maybe sometimes the designers you see are very special. They create, you see, clothes that are not common, right? So like as you see here, I wouldn't dress like her. Look at this skirt or dress. I wouldn't put on a dress like this. But this is especially for, these kind of shows, right? For designer fashion shows, right? Okay. Sometimes when people have, fashion shows to raise money, juntar plata to raise money, they call charity fashion show. So you see also these catwalk models, you know, I mean, exhibiting these, clothes that probably were created by a designer, right? Okay, so this is something interesting to know. And also we know that there are famous shows, in the world. Do you have any idea where are these shows? Famous shows, I mean, that has to do with, fashion. What are the most famous?
France, maybe.
Sorry?
France,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, maybe. Okay. Do you know that there is very famous shows in the world, like these catwalk models have to attend? And these are, for example, the Los Angeles, I mean, Fashion Week, very popular in the world. Berlin in Germany, Berlin Fashion Week, where these women also have to go and travel, right, to be ready for this fashion show. Tokyo is a very important show in the world for these catwalk models. So we have the Tokyo Fashion Week also. We have also Madrid Fashion Week, and of course New York. New York is very famous. New York Fashion Week. London, in London too, the London Fashion Week. Also in Italy, right, which is a very important place in terms of fashion.
Milan.
Milan, right? Milan Fashion Week, right? So these women have to be ready, these models have to be ready all the time to be in these different, I mean, shows, right? These catwalk, I mean, models. All right, let's concentrate now in the speaking, since you know a little bit and you see the hairstyle. The hairstyle is also, I wouldn't like to go out with a hairstyle like this, right? But anyway, this is a show. So a show is always like this. Well, it says work in pairs, and look at the photo. And there is a question for you that says, would you like to swap your clothes for catwalk clothes? Would you like to do this? Would you like to swap your clothes for catwalk clothes?
No.
No, why not?
I look like street people.
Mm-hmm.
Like my clothes, it's like kind of old.
Yeah.
So it's a, some clothes are much bigger than me, and no, they're not pretty. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't like to swap your clothes for catwalk clothes.
No.
Okay, right. Yeah, I wouldn't either, because I think my clothes are my clothes. So when I buy something, it's because I like it. and not because this is maybe something that another person you see wore that piece of clothing. So I think it's mine. It belongs to my style also. You see, everyone has his or her own style, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't do it. But maybe there are other people who would like to swap, their clothes for catwalk clothes. What about you, Gabriela and Javiera? Would you do it? Would you swap your clothes?
It
No.
depends.
No. Who says depends?
Me,
Gabriela? Who?
me,
Yeah, okay. Tell me why.
Javier.
Yeah, Javiera, tell me why.
Because some of the catwalk clothes some of them are beautiful and some of them are really crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So in those cases, you would like to swap your clothes for catwalk clothes. If you see that these clothes are really beautiful and you need to wear, for example, these clothes for a party or for a special occasion, right? Okay, yeah, I think it's your opinion. And you, Gabriela, you say no, you wouldn't, right?
No, I wouldn't because I don't like that kind of like eccentric clothes.
Yeah, they're very eccentric, right? Yes, they're eccentric. Sometimes maybe we can find something not as eccentric as you can see in this photo, right? But it depends on every person, right? It depends on you if you maybe if you like it or not. But I wouldn't do it, or some people would do it in case that, as Javiera says, if you find something that is very beautiful, maybe why not? Yeah, okay, good. Now let's go. There is another thing that maybe you can tell me, babies. You know that these are models. I told you that they are catwalk models. Okay, concentrate on this, and I want you to tell me. I'm sorry, to tell me about what are the good things about being a catwalk model, and what are the bad things about being a catwalk model. First, let's concentrate on the advantages, the good things. What are
The
according?
money,
Sorry?
the money.
The money they earn, the money they earn.
Yes, they might earn a lot of
Yeah,
money.
yeah. So they earn a lot of money. So this is one of the advantages, that the catwalk models earn a lot of money. I was I was checking yesterday about the money they earn. I calculated because I got the annual amount. So I divided by 12 months, and the average was almost 3 millions Chilean pesos. 3 millones mensuales, APP. I mean, in Chilean pesos, peso chileno, 3 millions. I think it's a good money because we as teachers and working in a university for many years, when I'm going, I mean, this is going to be impossible for me to earn 3 millions, I mean, Chilean pesos. Oof, that is very difficult, right? I would, I mean, if I, you see, I mean, earned that amount, it means that I would work maybe from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 at night without having any time to correct, to check, to review things, etc. I think it's difficult. 3 million thousand Chilean pesos. 3 millones de pesos. Do you think it's a good money? ¿Es buena plata? Sí, con estos tiempos sí. 3 million, 3 millones. Estaría feliz yo with 3 millions. But it's not the reality. But what is the advantage? The disadvantage? Yeah, you say that the advantage is that models earn a lot of money. Yeah, okay. Another advantage, catwalk models also travel a lot. So they know many places because the plane tickets are paid by, for example, maybe the fashion industry, for example, right? Or depending on the agency, for example, the modeling agencies pay to these catwalk models, for the tickets. So they don't spend money on tickets, on plane tickets. So these are advantages. What other advantages do you see? And they know places, they know new places around the world. They don't spend money on plane tickets. What else?
I think maybe they know a lot of important people.
Yeah, yes, exactly. They meet a lot of people, many people. They meet a lot of different kinds of people because they travel a lot. So they meet people in Africa. They meet people in England. You see, in Italy, let's say, for example, in Tokyo, in New York, etc. Right. So this is another advantage. Can you see another advantage? Working as a catwalk model. Baby, I want to ask you something because you are young people, maybe you should know. Do you know if these models, when they, have a show or after the show, after the fashion show, do you think that the clothes that they are, showing after, are these clothes for them or do they have to give them back to the modeling agency? Do you know something?
I think they have to give their clothes back.
Okay, yeah. All right, good. So, no more advantages then? No, because if I summarize about this, I can say that first, you say that they earn a lot of money, they travel a lot, so they know many places around the world. They don't pay the plane tickets, right? And they meet, you say, a lot of people also from different, parts in the globe. Okay, so we have all these advantages. Can you see any disadvantage?
They can't eat whatever they want.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a very terrible thing because they can't eat whatever they want. For example, if you see a delicious cake, a chocolate cake, for example, or another type of cake, if they really want to eat a piece, just a piece of it, they can't. So if I am not a model, if I see a piece of delicious cake, I eat it immediately, a piece, because I love it, right? So I don't think that, well, if I gain 1 kilo or 2 kilos, I don't care, 1 kilo or 2 kilos, right? But in the case of these people, remember, they have to keep, let's say a weight, un peso, a weight. So no more than 50, 54 kilos, 55 kilos, no more than that, you see? So I think that this is something that you're right, that they can eat whatever they want. For example, I love ice cream. Do you like ice cream?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I really love ice cream. I am a fan of ice cream. So these people cannot eat or cannot have ice cream whatever or whenever they want. They have to be careful. They have to always be attentive to for example, if this product contains, for example, I don't know, a lot of fat or a lot of sugar, you see, or too much energy, etc. So this is something that they have to be very careful about. Okay, another disadvantage, apart from this, that they can eat whatever they want.
I think they wear a lot of uncomfortable clothes sometimes, like high heels.
Yeah, okay, so this is
They wear it a lot, so it must be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay. So you say that they have to wear uncomfortable sometimes clothes or shoes, for example. They always wear high-heeled shoes. High-heeled shoes. Yeah. Karen, do you want to know something? Karen, do you know something? I
What?
really love high-heel shoes. And I have always worn high heel shoes in my life. And I think that they are very comfortable. And I always run with high heel shoes. When I am at the university, you know, we have corridors, lots of corridors, and I always run along the corridors with my high heel shoes. And I have never had any problem. And you know, something that for me, I love them. I think they are so beautiful. And I have always worn these kind of shoes, except
I
when I am
think
at
they
home.
are beautiful too. I
Mhm.
think they are precious. My sister had a lot of high heels and they are precious, but I can't use it, wear
I
it.
can wear,
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't wear it because I'm not accustomed it, so I always use
wear, baby, wear. I always
I
wear.
always wear zapatillas.
Okay, what?
Zapatillas. How do I say it?
Ah, okay. Zapatillas, sneakers,
Yes,
sneakers,
sneakers.
sneakers.
I always wear sneakers,
Sneakers.
so I'm not accustomed it, but I
No,
think
no
the
acostumbrated,
high.
Karencita, no diga acostumbrated, don't say that. I am not used to. No estoy acostumbrada,
Okay,
I am not used to.
I am not used to,
Yeah,
but the high heels are pretty.
yeah, they are pretty. I love high heel shoes. Yes, I love them. Okay, but you know, I have a problem because I can't wear sneakers. I can't stand them because I have worn high heel shoes for all my life. So my feet, I like a ballet, like a, you know, I mean, ballet dancer, like this, you know. So it's uncomfortable to me to wear sneakers. Sometimes the only thing that I can accept is flip flops. You know the flip flops? Flip flops. Do you know that? Flip flops. Los condoritos.
¿Ancleta o no?
¿Ah?
¿Ancleta? Algo, no, algo
Pero
así.
son como los flip flops son antes le llamaban condoritos, condoritos, pero en Spanish flip flops son como se usan en el verano, sí, en la casa yo las uso también, pero in summer is, you know, they are very comfortable. They are flat, son planas. The only two, tienen un pedacito nomás that you put your things, your toes, los dedos de los pies, listo, and that's it. Flip flops. Condoritos, los condoritos. Después le voy a mostrar una imagen, pero son súper cómodos, they are very comfortable. Okay, so we have that. This is another disadvantage that models sometimes have to wear uncomfortable, you see, I mean, clothes and accessories and shoes. También accesorio a veces bien pesado. Sometimes they have to wear, for example, necklaces that are very heavy to wear, right? Okay, any other disadvantage about this?
I feel like the modeling world is really strict, and sometimes some managers try to take advantage of the girls that walk in these runways.
Yes, yeah. Yes, in these catwalks, because runways se usa para otra cosa. Runway se usa para las pistas de los aviones. Y para las
Oh,
modelos
okay, okay.
se llama, acuérdense que se llaman catwalks, ¿ya? Las pasarelas, catwalks. Okay, good. That's correct. Yeah, this is a very, I think, a demanding, a strict, you know, activity, a strict job, very demanding because, as you say, sometimes, you know, people that are in charge of these modeling agencies are very strict and they take advantage of these people. Yes, and they have to always follow, you know, a strict diets, and so maybe sometimes, you know, the agencies ask them, for example, to dye their hair, although they don't like it, but they have to do it. So one week they have to have their hair, for example, orange, you know, the color is orange, and next week they have to have their hair black and then blonde, you see? So this is something that maybe they have to say yes because of the contract. Yes, yes, and yes. So maybe this is something like it could be a disadvantage if you don't like, for example, to dye, teñirse el pelo, to dye your hair very often, right? Okay, so this is the job of a catwalk model, right? That is not the same as a model, a common model, right? Okay, let's go now to the listening here, right? now that you know more, ahora van a saber más, you know a little bit more about models. So we're going to listen to here, right? This is the exercise number 2 that you see in the screen. You will hear a conversation between Will, this is the name of a person, and his sister Jess. Listen and answer the questions. Okay, we have to listen to these 2 questions. What offer did Will receive this morning? And why does his sister think it's fun? It's very interesting, this listening. Okay, here we go. Vamos. Pay attention. Ponga atención.
Unit 5. Vocabulary and speaking focus. Activity 2. Hey sis, you'll never guess what happened to me this morning.
Oh, I will. What happened?
This woman stopped me in the street and gave me her business card. She works at a modelling agency and thinks she can find me work as a catwalk model.
What? You're kidding me.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But it's true, honest.
I can't believe it. You? A model? You've never been interested in fashion. I mean, look at you. Did you put your clothes on in the dark this morning? That blue shirt does not go with those brown jeans.
What do you mean? They look fine.
You've had those jeans since you were 13. They're all worn out and covered in holes, but you still wear them.
New clothes are expensive.
But you need to buy them once in a while. Mind you, on the rare occasion you do go shopping, you end up buying clothes that don't fit you.
I can't stand trying clothes on. It takes too long.
I feel sorry for Mum. She irons your clothes, only to watch you throw them into your cupboard without a care.
Life's too short to spend it putting them all in a particular order like you.
So, what are you going to do? Swap college life for a career in modelling? Mum and Dad will go mad if you do. All that money spent on your education just gone.
Well, it doesn't have to be forever. I can go back to college in a few years' time after I've saved loads of money, travelled the world and met loads of amazing people. You're right, though. Mum and Dad will kill me. They don't have to know, though, do they?
I think they might find out if you don't tell them. Wow, my brother, the model. Today, ladies and gentlemen, our model is wearing a beautiful long red leather coat, green trousers, and a lovely purple man bag.
Very funny.
Okay, very funny, very funny. Anyway, yeah. Do you want to listen to it again, baby, to discover the questions? And then we have another exercise that has to do with this. So just to know details now, pay attention to the details now. Now, we're going to listen twice just because you have to pay attention now to the details in order to do the next exercise. Okay?
Unit 5, Vocabulary and Speaking Focus. Activity 2. Hey sis, you'll never guess what happened to me this morning.
Oh, I will. What happened?
This woman stopped me in the street and gave me her business card. She works at a modelling agency and thinks she can find me work as a catwalk model.
What? You're kidding me.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But it's true, honest.
I can't believe it. You? A model? You've never been interested in fashion. I mean, look at you. Did you put your clothes on in the dark this morning? That blue shirt does not go with those brown jeans.
What do you mean? They look fine.
You've had those jeans since you were 13. They're all worn out and covered in holes, but you still wear them.
New clothes are expensive.
But you need to buy them once in a while. Mind you, on the rare occasion you do go shopping, you end up buying clothes that don't fit you.
I can't stand trying clothes on. It takes too long.
I feel sorry for Mum. She irons your clothes, only to watch you throw them into your cupboard without a care.
Life's too short to spend it putting them all in a particular order like you.
So, what are you going to do? Swap college life for a career in modelling? Mum and Dad will go mad if you do. All that money spent on your education just gone.
Well, it doesn't have to be forever. I can go back to college in a few years' time after I've saved loads of money, travelled the world and met loads of amazing people. You're right though, Mum and Dad will kill me. They don't have to know though, do they?
I think they might find out if you don't tell them. Wow, my brother, the model. Today, ladies and gentlemen, our model is wearing a beautiful long red leather coat, green trousers, and a lovely purple man bag.
Very funny.
Okay, very funny anyway. Now let's go then to these two questions, okay? So please concentrate on this. The first question is, what offer did we receive this morning? Okay, so do you remember this? What offer did Will receive this morning? Do you remember the offer or not? What is the offer he received this morning? Remember that a woman stopped him in the street when he was walking, right? And to offer him maybe a job, right? And the woman gave him, her business card. Okay, so and you see, and when he told his sister Jessie about this issue, and she couldn't believe it. She thought that, are you kidding me? And you see, because he couldn't believe it, because this person, her brother, is the kind of person that doesn't like, for example, trying on clothes when he buys something, and he usually wears whatever he finds. He doesn't pay attention to the colors. He usually wears clothes that don't fit him, right? Or maybe, for example, the colors have nothing to do with the sweater. Or if he wears, for example, red pants and he puts a blue sweater or a yellow sweater with green pants, with green jeans, and the jeans that he wears are very worn out, you see, and with holes, full of holes. And he has worn these jeans since he was 13. Imagine, 13 years old. So that's why, she thinks that this is funny, and he thinks that this is not a good idea, maybe because his parents are not going to be like very, you see, happy with this idea, because they have spent a lot of money on his college, right? Well, and then maybe he likes the idea because of the money he can earn, and then he thinks that this is not going to be forever, right? Maybe he can go back to college, right, in a few years' time, and because he has saved, loads of money in this activity, in this job, and maybe and he has traveled, around the world, and he has, maybe he could meet loads of amazing people. Well, this is the idea of this, listening. So let's go directly to the point. What offer did we receive this morning? Who has the answer? Who can tell me? What offer did he receive?
He got an offer to work at a
as a
catwalk model.
Yeah, good. Okay, right. So he received, or you can say a woman offered him, let's say a work, as you say, Javiera, as a catwalk model. Yes, that's the answer. You see, here we have number one. So a woman offered him work, you see, as a catwalk model. So it's the same, in other words, what you said, Javiera, because he received an offer to work as a catwalk model. It's the same thing. This is in another way, but it's the same idea. A woman offered him work, as a catwalk model. All right. So this is the first answer. And in the question number two, that is, why does his sister think it's funny? Do you have any idea? why does his sister, Jess, think, this is funny or it's funny? Why? Any idea, any suggestion about this question?
That he has never been a fashion person.
Yeah.
He don't use like
He doesn't
he doesn't use like pretty clothes or combined clothes.
Yeah, he doesn't
Just
wear. He doesn't
wear.
He doesn't wear
He
clothes.
He just wear whatever he finds.
Yeah, okay, so he doesn't wear clothes that go with the something, right? Not combinate, no existe combinate. Existe combine,
Okay.
combine, or you can use other verbs, like phrasal verbs. You say, for example, to go with. For example, these clothes don't go with my pants. Estas ropas no quedan bien con mi pantalón. For example, these clothes don't go with my pants or my jeans, right? Okay, good. So let's see the answer. Veamos. Let's see. Number 2, he's not interested in fashion. Yeah, that's why does his sister think it's funny? Because he's not interested in fashion. Yeah, because as Karen says, he wears whatever he finds in his house, right? As her sister says that he has worn his jeans since he was 13. 13. So imagine, so these jeans are really worn out. And also the jeans are covered in holes, right? So, and when you wear these kind of clothes that you have had it for many years, right? And the clothes look worn out, se ven más usadas, súper usada la ropa, más vieja, worn out, and it means that you are not interested in fashion, right? So that's why she gives this answer. He is not interested in fashion, okay? So this is correct. Now, let's go to the exercise number 3. Yeah, in number 3, it says here, match, according to the listen, that's why we listen twice, match the first part half, it's half of the sentence, with the second half, with this part, right? For example, in number 1, it says, Will's sister thinks, he put his clothes on, right? Yeah, okay. So Will's sister thinks he put his clothes on without S. No hay una S aquí. You see, there is no S because it means that this is in the past. Porque significa que está en pasado, por eso que no tiene la S. Él se puso la ropa, la puso, cuando uno se pone la ropa, uno dice, I put on my clothes, me pongo mi ropa. I put on my clothes. Yeah. What is the second half?
B.
B. Yeah, this one, in the dark this morning. Correct. This is correct. B. Then we're going to show you the answers when we finish doing the exercise. Okay. Why does the woman say that he put his clothes on in the dark this morning? Why? Do you remember when Jess tells him, I can't believe it. You, a model? You've never been interested in fashion. I mean, look at you. Look at you. Did you put on clothes in the dark this morning? That blue shirt doesn't go with those brown jeans, for example. That's why she says in the dark this morning, because maybe he did not pay attention to the clothes, he was, putting on, because he just put, a blue shirt with brown jeans. And she says that that blue shirt doesn't go with, no tiene nada que ver, no le pega, doesn't go with those brown jeans that are worn out, que a lo mejor ni se ven café, that are worn out and full of, and covered, you see, with holes. Okay, good. That's why it's in the dark, maybe, she says, because he cannot see. No puede ver. When you are in the dark, you cannot see. You just pick up, Thomas, you pick up the clothes You find in the dark and you don't notice the color. And sometimes when you are now, when the day is different, it's clear, we can see the color, you see, or how the piece of clothing looks, etc., etc. Okay, number 2, Will's shirt doesn't what? Will's shirt doesn't
Go with his
Yeah,
jeans.
go, good. Go with his jeans. O sea, if this one, this shirt doesn't go, F, letter F, doesn't go with his jeans. O sea, no tienen nada que ver, no pegan, no, no, no. Doesn't go, no quedan bien, doesn't go with his jeans. Good. 3, most of Will's sweaters are, that's number 3. What is the answer for number 3? Most of Will's sweaters are. What could be? What could be the answer?
A.
A, good. Worn out. Yeah, so it means that the sweaters are worn out. Okay, maybe he has worn the sweaters for many years. Now they look worn out. Will doesn't like what? Doesn't like. That's number 4. Yeah. Remember he says when, I mean, his sister laughs at him because he says that when you go shopping and you can't stand, you can't stand trying on clothes. So it means that Will doesn't like what?
Iron his clothes.
No,
Trying on clothes.
I think it's letter D. I think it's letter D. Doesn't like trying on clothes, because in the listening, he says that, his sister tell his bud, look, if you don't, when you go shopping, you don't like, trying on clothes, you can't stand trying on clothes. O sea, el tipo no soporta ni probarse la ropa, piensa que es una pérdida de tiempo, que la vida es tan corta y que encima no tiene que probarse ropa. Él dice eso, que no le carga, entonces, he doesn't like, no le gusta, entonces, he doesn't like, ¿qué cosa? Trying on clothes, right? So this is number 4, goes with letter D. Will often buys clothes, that's number 5, that buys clothes that maybe it could be, which letter do you think it could be? Sometimes we buy clothes that when you get home, you try it on again. Now you say, no, I don't like it now. I'm going to give it back. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to give it back, or maybe I want to change it, but with another one probably. Okay, so Will often buys clothes that
Don't fit.
don't fit. Yeah, don't fit. Que no le queda bien. Uno se pone, llega a la casa y se compró algo y el tipo va, se prueba, no, ay, qué fea, no me gusta como me veo. Don't fit, no me queda bien. Don't fit. So Will often buys clothes that don't fit. Letter E. Will's mom. That's number 6, right? Yes. Will's mom, his sister says that he's not interested in fashion and he always wears, worn out clothes, and maybe if the clothes look not pretty, awful, sometimes worn out, it means that he never irons, his clothes. Maybe there is another person that, does this for him. So we can conclude then that Will's mom
Irons his clothes.
Excellent, correct. Let's show the answers if we are correct. Si estamos correctos, ¿no? 1, Will's sister thinks he puts on his clothes in the dark. B, correct. Will's shirt doesn't go with his jeans. Correct. Mom, most of Will's sweaters are worn out. Yes, that's right. Will doesn't like trying on clothes. Yes, that's right. Will often buys clothes that don't fit. Okay. And Will's mom irons his clothes. Yes. So these are the correct, you see, answers that fortunately we agreed with all of them, right? Okay, so here we have verbs and adjectives that are very important, like for example, to put on, put on. So I can say, for example, you can put on or put, for example, we put on, you can use the noun as in this case, for instance, you know, he thinks he put his clothes on, or he thinks he put his sweater on, he thinks he put his jeans on, right? In this way we can use it. We also have another verb here that is important, is the verb try on, try on. To try on means when you go to the changing room or fitting rooms, right? Where you usually try on clothes, right? To see if the size is the correct one, or if you need a smaller size or a different size, right? That's to try on. Then we have another verb, to go with. For example, go with. When you say to go with is means, for example, when, for example, a sweater or any piece of clothing, a sweater, a dress, a jacket, a pair of jeans, you know, don't go with something, right? It means that they don't look, for example, both, I mean, two pieces of clothing, one piece doesn't go with the other. It means they don't look, you know, okay. That's the idea of to go with. Fit, they don't fit. It means that when you put on, for example, a new dress, and then you look at the mirror and you see, wow, I don't like it. I think it doesn't fit me. Means that you don't look good on that piece of clothing. That's don't fit. Okay. Well, let's go to the next exercise, please. Number 4. Yeah, this is number 4. It says here, we're in pairs. Do you think Will should accept the offer, and why not? Okay, think about the offer. Javiera, what is the offer? Can you remind us? What is the offer?
Working as a catwalk model.
Yeah, okay, good. Do you think, for all of you, this is the question for the 3 of you, do you think Will should accept the offer? If you think that he says yes, I mean, in the case that he will accept, or he should accept, why? Do you think Will should accept the offer, or he shouldn't accept the offer? What do you think? And why? If you say no, I think he shouldn't accept, or I think he should accept. But why do you think he should accept, or why do you think he shouldn't accept the offer? What is your answer? Any idea in mind?
I think he shouldn't accept because he's not interested in fashion.
In fashion.
In fashion, he's not interested
In
for real, so he shouldn't do
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, okay. So correct, Karen thinks that Will shouldn't accept the offer because he's not interested in, always in, he's not interested in fashion. Okay, this is her opinion. What about Gabriela's opinion?
I think that he should accept the offer, because that way he could learn something about like how to dress properly or better.
Yeah. Okay, another opinion. All right, good. What do you think, Javiera? Do you think that he should accept or he shouldn't accept?
No sé.
But
I think he should accept.
Yeah. He should accept, maybe, Javiera, because as you know, Gabriela says that in this way he should learn how to dress properly, right? Because
Yes.
he doesn't know how to dress. And also maybe because he should know, he should meet more people that can also help him dress properly, right? Because there are, I mean, there are many people that are catwalk models, right? Okay, so we have different opinions. We say he shouldn't accept because he's not interested in fashion. Other students think that he should accept because in this way he should learn how to dress properly, and he should at the same time he should meet people that can also help him dress, you know, properly. Okay, good. I think you're right. Now let's go to the other exercise. Yeah, it says activity 5, verbs related to clothes, I think. Let me see if we are right or wrong. No, this is not. This is an extra thing. But anyway, complete the questions with the words in italic from activity 3. Yeah, this is an extra activity. Then we go back to, I think, the other one. Oh, no, it's correct. It's in the book, baby. It's in the book. It's exercise 5, but the thing is, in the exercise 5, you don't have this. No hay esto, no aparece this part. Esta parte, this part doesn't appear. Only we have only these, you know, I mean, questions, right? Okay, it says, complete the questions with the words in italics. These are in italics: clothes, put on, with, try, go, on, iron, fit, and worn out. We know the meaning of clothes on. You know the meaning of put on. Put on is when you put the clothes on. Is when you, the opposite is to take off. Put on, and then you take off. You put on clothes in the morning after you have taken a shower, and you take off your clothes when you go to sleep. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes, all right. With, well, with is a preposition maybe that we can use with another thing. Try, yeah, try. Try usually is a verb. When you talk about clothes, you use try on. Try on. And to try on, I told you, means when you go, for example, to the, let's say, to the fitting rooms, right? And or to the changing rooms. This is the name that we can use, fitting rooms. Do you know the fitting rooms, baby? Fitting rooms. Do you know this? Fitting rooms?
No.
Yeah, okay. Fitting rooms, for example, when you go to the shopping mall, when you go to, let's say, let me think, Ripley's, Falabella, or Almacenes Paris, for example, to buy something. For example, you want to buy, let's say, a new pair of jeans, okay? Yeah, but you want to try these jeans on. Where do you go to try on your jeans? You usually go, if you are in Almacenes Paris, we have small places where we go to try on our clothes, and they are called fitting, F-I-T-T-I-N-G, fitting rooms. Do you understand what I mean? Or changing rooms. Fitting rooms.
Sí se entiende.
Yeah, good. How do you call that in Spanish?
¿Probadores?
Yes, exactly. That's the idea of fitting rooms. Okay, good. Try on. So we always try on clothes in the fitting rooms. To iron, you know, to iron clothes. Fit, when something fits you. To fit, it means that you look good on something. You look good. Fit, te queda bien, te ves bien. You look good on something. Fit. Worn out, well, I told you, worn out is an adjective, right? When I say this, for example, this coat is worn out, means that I have worn so many times that it doesn't look okay. It's worn out. Está más desgastado, viejo, right? Okay, so we're going to complete now these questions with the words in italic. Number 1. Does it take you long? That's the first one. Does it take you long to decide what clothes to in the morning? To what of these things? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Which one are you going to put? Yeah, put on. Okay, put on. All right, then we're going to check it. Do you try to choose shoes that your clothes? Yeah, okay, 10 minutes. Do you try to choose shoes that your clothes? Well, can you have any idea in mind here what verb we can use? Do you try to choose shoes?
Go.
Yeah, that go well with, yeah, que le quedan bien a tu ropa, that go well with your clothes. Good. Do you own a pair of jeans with holes in them? A pair of what?
Worn out.
Yeah, good. Worn out jeans with holes in them. Do you, that's number 4. Do you clothes before you buy them? Do you do this or not? Before you buy them?
Try on.
Yes. Do you try clothes on before you buy them? Correct. 5. Do you your after you've washed them? Yeah, okay. Do you
Iron.
your
clothes.
clothes, yeah, after you wash them? I do. How often do you buy clothes that don't you
It.
fit? Okay, let's show the answers. Correct, you're right. You see, look at now, middle hora, it's correct. Put on in the morning, that go well with, that's what you said. Worn out jeans, you said that. Try clothes on before you buy them, yes. Iron your clothes after you've washed them. And how often do you buy clothes that don't fit you? Do you sometimes buy clothes that don't fit you, babies? Do you buy clothes that don't fit you? And when you arrive home, you say, oh, come on, I don't like it anymore. They don't fit me. So I go back to the store and I ask for a new thing. Do you have?
Not much.
Not much, yeah, but maybe we have had that experience sometimes.
Yes.
Baby, do you have some pair of jeans with holes because they are in fashion? I've seen many people with holes in them. Do you have
Yes,
jeans with holes?
I do.
Yeah, I know because I've seen that they are in fashion, you see. Not worn out, but at least they are new jeans, but with holes, right, in them. Yes. Okay. Good, babies. You have done good job today. Han hecho un buen trabajo. You have done a good job today because this is not so easy, you know. So I'm going to lead from here, right? Okay. So let me see. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. I want to stop this because otherwise, then, yeah. Okay. Oh, Danai was here. I didn't see her. Danai, how are you?
Good.
Good
Thank you.
morning. I didn't see you because
I was
you didn't appear in the pictures when I was sharing the exercises. So, but it's nice to see you. Are you
Thanks.
okay? You didn't have any problem with the rain?
Yes, it was
Good.
a blackout here in my house.
Ah,
That's
what a
why I
pity.
didn't
Yeah.
have it.
Mm, what a pity. But now it's
No,
okay.
I'm okay.
You're
Thanks.
okay now. Okay, so this is something good. All right, baby. So since today you have worked very, very good, so I'm not going to give you any homework because I'm going to upload, maybe this afternoon, an extra material about clothes, right? For you to start studying, for example, how to say in English, let's say, for example, different kinds of, clothes that you should know, verbs also. Um, Something connected with maybe with different let's say kinds of let's say for example it has to do with the hair, with the things we wear, etc. Right, so this is something that I'm going to upload and then you can study and try to do these exercises as extra material to know more vocabulary about clothes in general, okay? All right, so we are going to stop here because I have classes. Yo tengo clase ahora. ¿Están ahí ya marcando? Yes, I have classes with the second year. So here we stop here. Hasta aquí llegamos, voy a anotar. Entonces, group, then ya, hasta aquí llegamos. Hasta aquí. Yeah. So we worked with this part, speaking of the exercise 5, and then we did the listening. We reviewed the listening. We talked about this listening. We talked about the picture that was very good. And then we did the exercise 3, and we finished with the exercise number 4. And then we continued next class with the other part that this is grammar. That's why I want to stop, because maybe you can be kind of tired working with you know, these kind of things. Okay, so thank you very much. Take care, please, and try to rest for some minutes, not in peace, but try to rest, please, because your brain needs, you know, I mean, you know, some rest. Okay, thank you very much, and see you next week. All right, bye-bye.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Here.
Bye.
And bye, and leave. Yes, that's good.